Why, hello, YouTube. A long time no see. This is Dark Umbra, and with another Seeing Colors update. I think it's number 16 or 17, I'm not sure. Obviously, it'll be in the description. Yay! What have I been up to? Gee, beats me. It's raining outside. Yeah. And it's been getting colder. So I've been moving around a lot. It's been quite stressful, like switching houses and, with the roommate and, her leaving to do, take care of family issues, and then me moving a lot of stuff by myself. But it's like she has family problems, so she had to go back, and I'm, here and there and all over the place. And so also it's been going very well with me and the boyfriend. And even though we haven't been dating that long, his contract for his house ends in January. And we had all actually initially wanted to move into a big kind of house, like, big house together before we actually started dating. It was supposed to be me, him, my current roommate, and maybe like another person, and actually just get a big house and room share, all that fun stuff. But then we started dating, and then some other issues came up, so then we had to move from the other place and this and that, and then we were all gonna move in January, but now she doesn't want to move, or it's just weird. But we're all cool. It's just that now, since all that's happening, boyfriend and I just decided to move in together, and so we'll be looking for another place. So I haven't even really changed my address from the old place, because I'm just gonna move again. Whatever. If anyone knows any very good real estate agencies, please let me know. It's easier to move in with him, and this was the intention, of course, before with the house idea, that he's Japanese, so he wouldn't have to go through the hassle that foreigners have to go through when it comes to renting an apartment. So that's just easier in that sense. Just, here's praying that everything works out fine. What else has been going on? I've been singing a lot more. Tomorrow is my first wedding with this new agency that I signed up for, and I'm very confident in the songs. So hopefully, if the performance is great, they'll hire me some more, and I can start paying back my student loans. Anyway, I'm going home for Christmas. I'm so excited. I actually haven't been back home since after the earthquake. I went home a little after the earthquake, which was 2011, and then I stayed in Philly for a while, and then went back to New York, and then stayed in New York for a while, and then left in June and came back to Japan in June, and that was it. I just haven't been back since then, so I'm really, really, really excited to go back to America and eat lots of fatty food. I'm gonna gain like 10 pounds when I go back, but I don't care. It's going to be worth it. Anyway, what else? If you haven't read my Tumblr or my tweets, like, seriously, people, I tell you this all the time. If you want to know, follow my Twitter or my Tumblr, the same username, Dark Umbra. That's me. Go ahead. And I got to see my favorite band last week, UVERworld. Oh my god. It was amazing. I'm just gonna try and give you a quick rundown of how things went down. Basically, with UVERworld, I've been here for 3 years and I haven't seen them live. Every time I would try and see them live, I would either be broke, I didn't have vacation time, or there was like a test, or I would have vacation time and money, but I wasn't in the country. It was just all this big mess. And then finally, when I asked someone to get me into the show, I can go, but it's like men only, and it's messed up if I go to the women only show because the person who invited was a man. So it's just like, oh god. So finally, this show was coming up, and I asked very, dearly and sincerely, like, to people that it's really embarrassing to ask these people. And I said, this is a group that's really inspired me, and I love them, and I want to finally see them perform. Help me buy a ticket, because I'm not part of the fan club, and I wanted like the best possible non-fan club ticket available, like as close as I could get without being in the fan club, because that's expensive. And I didn't get much of a response, or I got sorry, I can't help you. So one day I brought it up to a student of mine who I'm teaching her English, and she said, oh, I saw UVERworld once, and I was like, oh my god, how? I was like, oh my god, you're lucky. And I was waiting on someone to help me, find a ticket, but unfortunately he said that the A&R couldn't help, and only one person could go, and that would be him. So I was like, all right. And then I met my student the next day, and she was like, are you going? And I said, no, my friend couldn't help me, so I'm just gonna wait until next year, whatever. And then I showed her the embarrassing email that I sent to another artist, and that was it. Like, we finished our lesson, and then she emails me later that night and says, oh, is Sunday good for you for the concert? And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, how many people? And I'm all like, wait, no, don't play with my emotions. Like, am I really finally gonna see UVERworld? And so she hooked it up. She didn't go, but she helped me, get on the list. And I like I said, I was willing to buy a ticket, but somehow I got a free ticket and a backstage pass, which in my mind I thought was going to maybe happen, but I wasn't too sure. But I wouldn't have been upset if it didn't happen, but it happened. And at that point I was freaking out, like, oh my god, wait. Because I had in my mind that I really wanted to, if I were to meet them, I'd want my Japanese to be a lot better so that I could tell them how I felt about their music and everything. So I had a friend there who I am glad I took this friend with me, because she's interviewed J-Rockers before, so she doesn't get starstruck. I don't really get starstruck either, but of course this is my favorite band, so I was kind of like, oh my god, what do I say? So she helped me write a little kind of speech thing, and I messed it up royally, but I said it. And when I met Takuya, it was he's just this big, he's this little adorable little boy. He's not like a little boy, but he's still like this small. And he was like, hi, and I was like, wow, hi, and I was like, kind of like, oh crap. And he said that we were very pretty, and I was like, thank you. And I told him in Japanese that this is really embarrassing, but here I go. I came here a few years ago, and 6 years ago I listened to your CD and I really enjoyed it, and I've been a big fan ever since, and your music is a big inspiration for me wanting to learn Japanese. And he was really like, whoa, wow, it's crazy, that's cool. And he was really genuinely like happy, and I got a hug and I got a picture. If you want to see it, go check my Tumblr. And it was pretty great, the response. And then I talked to Shintaro, and I was a lot more calmer with Shintaro because I felt like we had mutual friends, but turns out we didn't. And we were just kind of talking, and then I casually mentioned like, yeah, you guys are really, I've been like kando shimashita and stuff. Like, he's like, whoa, really? He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I came here, I really like your music, and like your music's the reason why I came. And he's like, whoa, that's crazy, that's cool. And he was really nice. I liked Shintaro, he's mad chill. I didn't get to talk to any of the other members though, but it was fun. And the show itself was really good. I'm not saying that because like they're my favorite band and I'm like, UVERworld bias, but as a production wise, it was a really good show. Like, I'm wondering why the tickets didn't cost more, because they had like laser beams going off and like pyrotechnic, like fire everywhere, and like the stage was moving, and I was just like, huh? He was like, what's going on? And they played some of my favorite songs. Like, they played Number One, they played Kinjito. I was like, oh god. And Ace of Ace, Sparta, Barbell, they played a lot of good songs. And they played Chance. I lost it when they played Chance. So that's like my favorite single from them. I lost it. So I started singing and dancing, and people probably in the crowd were like, who's this random foreign chick? I was breaking it down though. I was breaking it down. So it was a great experience. I'm gonna like jump into my student's arms and like hug and kiss her forever. And probably give her like 7 billion free lessons just because of that. And I really hope that I get to at least see another concert of it. But if I don't, like, I'm like, you know, I'm satisfied, I'm happy, and I'm inspired to keep on going with language studies and, you know, all that other fun stuff, and singing, and see how far that goes. So yeah, that's what happened. If I should just wrap this up, it's a really long video. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. Any questions about being in a black woman, Asian male relationship, or living in Japan, dating a Japanese guy, or being natural in Japan, you know. My hair's gotten kind of long though, but I haven't really been keeping up because I've been moving so much. Oh, it's kind of long. I've been moving so much, like I can't find time to like do it, but I have to do it tomorrow, definitely, or tonight rather. And questions about being natural, being an African American woman in Japan, or just anything of random questions like Cheez-Its or goldfish. Sorry. Just hit me up. It's better to do it via Twitter or Tumblr. Yeah. Dark Umbra, that's the username for both Twitter, Tumblr, and here. So, yeah. Peace.